Hey everybody, how are you today? I am Joy Lenz here. So if you are watching this, I really want you to say hi to me. As you all know, I'm sure it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October, and I just wanted to take this last week of October and talk more about breast cancer and some of the things that we can do in our kitchens to help reduce our risk. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing this week, and today I am just going to be sharing the topic of eating plant-based and why that's beneficial, and avoiding, in particular, meat and dairy. And so many of you guys have joined this group, and many of you guys answer the question why you're joining the group. And many times it's eating healthy, I want to lose weight, I want to lower my blood pressure, blood sugar. Most of the time it's not to lower my breast cancer risk. But I'm so happy to report that by eating plant-based, you are doing exactly that. So, and there's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. So anyways, today I just wanted to talk about a couple little stats. We have a 12% chance, 1 in 8 women are going to get diagnosed with invasive breast cancer. And so that's about 12%. There are 275,000 new cases each year of invasive breast cancer. And about 42,000 women unfortunately die each year of breast cancer. And then there's about 48 or 49,000 women that get diagnosed with the non-invasive breast cancer. So it is very, very prevalent. It is the leading cancer in women besides lung cancer. And nowadays, people have, the women that are getting diagnosed with breast cancer, 85% do not have a family history of breast cancer. And that to me is kind of crazy that 85% don't have a family history of breast cancer. So why are they getting it? And one of the things that we can do is change what's on our fork and change what's in our kitchen. So I said today we're talking about giving up meat and dairy. Why do that? So some of the reasons would be to lower our estrogen levels. So when we consume meat and dairy, they contain estrogen from the things that they're given, and estrogens feed and fuel breast cancer. So by cutting out dairy and meat, we're cutting out that extra source of estrogen. And we also then can lower our IGF-1. It's a growth hormone, which is also found in meat and dairy. We want to get rid of that, the IGF-1, and we're going to lower our free radicals because those are also affected by meat and dairy, and they are damaging to our cells and our DNA. Some other things here, the N-nitrosos, or like nitrosamines. When we buy some meat, it says, no nitrates added, but then it says, except what's naturally occurring in celery juice. Well, even that's in celery juice is changing the nitrates that are in meat, and especially processed meat, into nitrosamines and nitrosamides, and those are really not good for us. So particularly processed meats, we do not want to eat from the breast cancer standpoint. Okay, and then when it comes to beef, there is a really powerful growth hormone in beef called zeranol. It's given to cows. In a book that I was reading, it says it's the most potent growth hormone, and it has 100,000 times the estrogen influence of BPAs in plastic. So any beef eater that is worried about BPAs in plastic really has to reevaluate their priorities, because that is crazy if you're worried about BPAs in plastic and you're still eating beef. So especially then, the other reason to give up meat would be all the carcinogens in the grilling of the meats that are formed when you're grilling it. So those are just some of the reasons. And with dairy, I would give up dairy because dairy is a source of saturated fat for many people, just like animal fat is saturated and dairy fat is saturated. And our saturated fat in our diets is increasing our risk of breast cancer. So by eliminating dairy, ice cream, cream, we're eliminating or decreasing our saturated fat intake. And also then they do studies and they have just looked at dairy consumption, and where there's more dairy consumption, there is a greater chance of breast cancer. So day one here of Plant Powered Joys overpowering breast cancer is to eat way less or avoid meat and dairy. And that's exactly what you guys are doing in this group. So I'm super excited that you're here. And don't worry, even if you're not perfect, every little bit helps. Every meal that you eat that's plant-based will be helpful and one step closer. And also, don't worry about it because it's never too late. The more, if you're just changing now to plant-based eating, it's still going to be super beneficial to you. So I'm so excited that you're here. I can see Gail and Susan and Linda. So thanks for watching. I just wanted to put in a little plug too. I do have my 8-week plant-based nutrition course is just starting. So if any of you guys wanted to still hop in that, you certainly can, and I'll put a link down in the comments. And I will see you again tomorrow for more plant-based information on overpowering our breast cancer risk. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody.